JaMya, this is for you. Played most of the fourth quarter, if not all, I think, against Stanford and again last night, and went up against a veteran in Ty Harris. How did you feel like you handled that moment, getting a chance to play in front of that big crowd against the number one team, and how did you feel like you kind of handled all that?
I think I handled it well. You know, playing against somebody like her, I got a lot of respect for her. But just not being afraid of the moment and just going out there and seizing the opportunity. That's really all I wanted to do and help my teammates get the win. But we'll be okay. And as far as the big crowd goes, like we have big crowds here, so it really didn't bother me playing in front of a big crowd like that.
Go to Robbie and then Ben.
Rickea, there was a lot of talk about South Carolina signing class, and they've had a really good season, the freshmen. But y'all came out, and I think you and Aaliyah and JaMya had 40 points combined or something like that. What did you think that said about the group that y'all have and what Coach Schaefer put together with that signing class?
I think that goes to say rankings really don't mean nothing. It's about your heart at the end of the day. We all lace our shoes up the same, so it's really who wants it more. So I feel as though I feel that we have the best freshmen in the country, and we definitely showed that.
And again, I'll just add to that, you throw Aaliyah and Jayla in with these two, our future. And but we have a lot of young kids. Our sophomores are our future, That's what you're looking at. And, our signing class was not trading it for anybody's. And I thought you saw a bunch of young players last night in that game. I think that's what's exciting for our game of women's basketball. And I love the competitive spirit of my class and of our kids that are playing. And, so I'm not trading them for anybody.
Vic, we've seen Rickea score in high volume this year already, but when you have JaMya come off the bench and Aaliyah come off the bench and score to double figures, what does that do for this team? How different does that make this team?
Yeah, it makes it quite different, and I think that's what, I think in the future, I think you're going to see a little bit more of JaMya. I think from a scoring ability, she really brings a different look, and people have to really defend her, and then consequently our team, a little differently. And I think that's the good thing about having a two-headed monster like we have at point guard right now. You've got Maya. She had 4 assists last night, and she runs a great floor game. And the thing with Maya, I've seen Maya make 6 threes in a game. I've seen her score 30-something, and so she can do it. But with JaMya, I think you've got a kid that, again, has an edge, plays with a lot of confidence. She's got a presence about her. And, I think all these, those 3 freshmen, I didn't even look that up, Robbie, but if that's the case, that's a lot of points for a bunch of 18-year-olds in a big game like that. And so it does. It gives you, I think the thing I walk away with last night is knowing that if we get beat, again this year, it won't be because the moment was too big for us. We proved last night the moment ain't too big. There's not going to be a bigger game this year unless we're playing in the last one. So it won't be because the moment's too big. We might not play well, we might not have do other things, but it won't be because we were all tied up and we couldn't function because we were nervous. I think our kids handled that extremely well last night, and I'm really, encouraged by that. I think I learned something about my team last night.
Logan.
With Jessica getting in foul trouble early last night, what did you kind of learn about your bigs? How do you think they played, and kind of fighting through all that?
Yeah, I don't think we played very well down there. I don't think anybody thinks we did, and I don't think those kids think we did. Was disappointed in Jessica getting in foul trouble. But, Jess competed all night long when she was in there. She just wasn't in there as much as I'd like her to be. And, I think Promise and JaMya, when they look at the film, they're not going to see a very good thing. And I think that's reality, that's accountability, that's responsibility. I'll wear it with them. I got to coach better and teach better, because we did not play well down there. We got destroyed down there, and it wasn't even hard for them. And that's the thing that is concerning and concerning. And so we've got to get better down there. And those two kids have got to give us a little more than what they're giving us. I thought JaMya competed a little bit down there. She got an offensive rebound and a big stick back for us, and she tried to compete and fight a little bit. But still, I just think there's so much more that kid can bring and give, and it's my job to get it out of her. And I think when we get that out of her, it makes our team better. And I think our team feeds off of her when she's blocking shots, because she can block them wildly. And when she does that, it kind of juices our team up a little bit. So, we'll get there. We're going to keep working and coaching and teaching with these kids, and that's the thing you got to do with young kids. Look, they're 18 today. They're going to be 18 tomorrow. They've played 19 games. They'll have played 19 tomorrow. The only thing that fixes young and inexperienced is experience. They got to go into they have to experience those moments. They have to be in those games, and once they experience that, that's how they get better. That's the only thing that fixes that. It isn't, one night's sleep.
Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, JaMya and Rickea, we've talked about y'all's class obviously a lot, and you guys have made a big impact this year. What's y'all's kind of relationship, whether it's on the floor or off the floor, and how much do you guys feel like that sort of adds to what we see on the floor?
I feel like that how close we are builds our chemistry on the court. We want to see one another succeed, so it's always encouragement within us, and we're all in the same dorm, so we see each other every day, and it's nothing but good vibes, and so I feel like that definitely helps us on the court because we're so close.
Yeah.
Like she said, we see each other almost every day, and like every time we run each other, we just always laughing and smiling, and that helps whenever we're on the court with somebody.
Will Robbie and then Tyler.
Vic, a lot of coaches say, you don't want a team to beat you twice, and you have to play a game on Thursday against Vanderbilt. What have you kind of seen from them? And I guess how confident are you that your team's going to be able to put this game behind them and get ready for that one?
Well, first of all, Vanderbilt's much improved. Stephanie and her staff are doing a tremendous job, and they're playing very well. They've had a much, obviously their season's gone much better, and Stephanie's a heck of a coach. So they've got good players, and they're playing at a very high level. They'll be at home. The other answer to that question, I'd be really disappointed if my kids don't come out and play well. I just think they showed themselves, they showed my staff what they're capable of, and that they shouldn't settle. They should never settle for anything less than what happened last night. I'm anxious. I'm always anxious to see us play the next game. I'll be really anxious to see how we come out tomorrow in practice, what the accountability is, and then I'll be anxious to see us play Thursday night at 8 against a really good Vanderbilt team, because they've got a tremendous 5-player too. That, by the way, she hurt Tiara McCowan last night. Tiara McCowan was the Defensive Player of the Year nationally a year ago, and that kid's really good. So she's still there, a year older, a year wiser, and we're going to have to be really good down there, really solid. But I'll be shocked if we don't play well.
Tyler.
Vic, you talked about how disappointed you were with Jess getting into foul trouble, and I think she only scored 2 points, didn't make a field goal. On the flip side of that, what does it say about your team to stay in that game and only lose by 2, given that one of your best players was pretty much out of the game, only playing 24 minutes?
Yeah, she did so many other things well for us. I mean, she's battling down there in Boston and trying to just keep her off the boards. I was so concerned about rebounding going into the game, and we got out rebounded 3, which I'll take against that team. That is a physical team. They are a rebounding machine, and so yeah, I think it hurts us when she goes out. At the same time, I'd like to think that those, Promise and JaMya had a little bit of to do with us staying in it, but those two just, we've got to develop them better. We've got to get more out of those two, because when Jessica went out, they really went to work on us. So we've got to get better. I've got to coach better and teach better down there, and we've got to develop some consistency down there. But the rest of our team continue to fight and battle, and you rebound as a team. And Chloe had 9 rebounds. She had more rebounds than all of our fives put together. That's a problem. And that'll be my challenge to that group. So, you know, hard to take Chloe off the floor when she's helping you rebound. She had 9, 8 defensive. Rickea had 5. And so, you know, I need more from Rickea. She knows that. Played Rickea 39 minutes last night. It's too many minutes. She just, you know, those kids, her and Jordan, both played too many minutes. They play so hard, and they know I don't want them resting on defense, and they're going to see on film they're resting on defense. They got to get their breath, and when they rest, that's when something bad happens on that end. And so I think what we showed last night is we've got some depth. Zaria, JaMya, Aaliyah came in and were fantastic. Again, can we get the consistency from that group night in and night out to do what they did last night? That's the challenge. If we know we're going to get that consistency every night, that really, you know, it changes our team tremendously. And I think that, you know, Zaria I think she had 3 rebounds in the time she was in there. Okay, if I would have left her in double that time or triple that time, could she have helped me rebound like she did in the minutes she was in? That's the $1 million question. If I had the glass to look through there and see, I would have played her more. So I've got some confidence in that bench though now. Now I want to see them do it consistently every day in practice in every game.
Tom and then Ben.